was a great party, but I'm glad to be home.
You're not home, I am.
I meant I'm glad not to be at that great party.
You didn't like the people, did you?
Yeah, I did. I did like the people. They were your friends. They were fine. I really did like them.
Me either.
The worst. Hey, look. You got a telegram. You want to make a bet on the number of misspelled words?
Misspelled words? They're the only people in the world that can misspell letters.
That's very funny. Did you just make that up? That's very funny.
Look, the first one already. Dear Lollipop.
Lollipop?
Yeah, lollipop. And what word is that supposed to be, lollipop? Donald, it's from Uncle Herbert. It's from my Uncle Herbert.
Who's Uncle Herbert?
Oh, Donald, listen. Dear Lollipop, he always called me that. Cable Lou, no response. Coming in tomorrow morning, Kennedy. Donald, you will love him. He's totally lovable and strange and wild and weird and goofy and cute.
He sounds like your twin uncle.
Oh, really? Please meet me at the airport, you little tap-dancing devil.
Tap-dancing devil?
On the good ship, Lollipop. Oh, Donald, I haven't seen him in years.
Ha-ha, tap-dancing devil, huh?
That was just part of the famous team known as Uncle Herbert and Lollipop. I'll have you know we played some of the finer living rooms and finished cellars in Brewster.
Did you now?
He had this magic act, and I was his assistant. And every day when I get home from school, he'd be waiting on the porch to teach me a new trick.
Didn't he work?
Oh, yeah. He was in mining or building or electric nail files.
Mining or building or electric nail files?
We were quite a pair. I also played the violin, and I won a baby picture contest. Donald, I'll have you know that when I was in grade school, I was extremely bright, talented, and beautiful.
Huh, my luck. I never got to meet that girl.
Diamonds, daisies, snowflakes, that girl. Chestnuts, rainbows, springtime. Is that girl? She's tinsel on a tree. She's everything that every girl should be. Sable, popcorn, white wine, that girl. Gingham, bluebirds, Broadway. Is that girl? She's mine alone, but luckily for you. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
There. That's it.
It looks exactly the same way it did.
To you it does. To me, it's 10 times better.
Do you ever get this excited about meeting me?
You, sir, are a continual excitement. Uncle Herbert is a once in 15 years excitement.
You know, it's a shame your dad's out of town.
It's not a shame. If he were home and he heard Uncle Herbert were coming, he'd go out of town.
Why?
Well, because to Daddy, Uncle Herbert was always a little too wild and eccentric. He never really did feel comfortable around him.
How wild could he be?
Well, to Daddy, he was wild because he had so many different businesses and wives.
Wives?
And an elephant.
An elephant?
He tried to sell it to the city as a snow remover.
Where did he get an elephant?
He kept it after his circus went bankrupt. Now, let me fix my hair.
Again, honey, your hair looks fine. You know, your favorite uncle sounds like your friendly neighborhood con man.
You and Daddy have the same suspicious mind.
Well, you have to admit, sweetheart, your average typical American uncle doesn't suddenly arrive at Kennedy from Iceland. Come on, let's go, please.
Wait, let me just get something.
Now what?
Look, Donald, won't he get a kick out of seeing these? Aren't they darling?
Fred Astaire will never know how unlucky he is that you didn't decide to pursue dancing. Come on.
Let me just check my hair.
Honey, your hair is fine. There's gate 50.
Arriving passengers from Air Ice Flight 6 are now clearing U.S. immigration and can be met in the lounge.
Oh, here they come.
Excuse me. Hi.
Well?
Well, none of them is Uncle Herbert.
Will Miss Anne Marie please come to the immigration counter? Will Miss Marie...
I'm Anne Marie. I'm Anne Marie.
Oh, all right. Would you follow me there?
Uncle Herbert!
Lollipop, Anne, look at me looking. Wow, you're a regular woman. Only a decade ago, you were a girl.
Oh, Uncle Herbert, it's so great to see you. Why are you in here? Why is my uncle here?
Well, I don't know. For a visit?
No, I mean, why are you holding him? Why didn't he come out in the lounge?
Well, I left my wallet in my other cape.
Have capes have pockets?
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Herbert. This is my fiancé, Donald Hollinger.
Oh, your fiancé. Oh, you're engaged, then, that means. Oh, well, that's wonderful. That calls for an engagement present. There you are. That's Iceland gold. That's what we call sardines in Iceland. We call them Iceland gold.
Oh.
Oh, and for you, Lollipop, a lollipop. Tuna flavored.
Uncle Herbert, what are you doing in here?
I don't know. What am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yes, I know. Don't tell me. I forgot about the flight until the last minute. You see that I ran and I jumped aboard, and then to my embarrassment, you can understand my embarrassment, I realized that I didn't have a ticket or a passport or any money.
Mr. Marie's going to have to prove his citizenship before he can be admitted.
Oh, well, I'll just wire my secretary. I'll have her send everything down. Or is it up? Where are we? Up?
There must be something we can do. I mean, he can't stay here for 2 days.
Oh, yes, I can stay here. Oh, I can. Yeah. They have a very nice cot here. And then they tell me there's plenty of fresh drinking water. Is that true?
Oh, Uncle Herbert, you angel. You're not going to stay here. I just won't hear of it. Donald, pay for the ticket.
Of course. How much is it? First class, I guess.
Oh, first. Yes, I'm Anne's uncle.
How much was that ticket?
$309.80.
Do you want cash, or can I sign over my inheritance?
Oh, that's good. I'm certainly obligated to. Here, have another can of sardines. Well, I am so dreadfully sorry to have inconvenienced you this way.
No, Uncle.
Ikage desu ka? Doso. Doso. Gui okurasai. Yeah.
Who are they?
I don't know. Well, after so many years, I'm dreadfully sorry to have inconvenienced you this way. So many years, one man pitted against nature. For so many years, one man locked in single combat with the elements. For so many years, with each rosy dawn rising over the frozen horizons and presenting a new challenge. After so many years, I forgot what I was going to say.
You were apologizing for forgetting your wallet and costing me $310.
Oh, yes, that's exactly. Oh, very good. Very good. Well, Anne, how is my brother, your father?
Oh, he's fine, Uncle Herbert.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he's away on a restaurant convention, but he'll be back today.
Well, it's just as well he's out of town, because if he'd heard I was coming, he'd have probably gone out of town.
That is not true.
It's amazing how a sense of humor runs in the family. Listen, why don't you two wait here? I'll go get the car, and we can drop you off at your hotel. I'd like to stop by the office for a few minutes, if you don't mind.
Oh, that'd be very nice of you. Thank you. Very nice. Isn't he nice?
Yes,
I
he
like
is.
it. Very nice.
While he's getting the car, I think I'll call Daddy and leave a message.
Well, perk up this day, Lollipop. Don't mention my name. And that is the first can of tuna that we ever canned. We put it right in there.
Oh, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be another minute.
Oh, take your time. We're having ourselves a time over here.
John, I was just reading this latest article of yours, and I must say, I didn't know you were entertaining.
That's all right, Mr. Adams. You know Anne, and this is Anne's uncle, Herbert Marie.
Oh.
Herbert, this is Jonathan Adams.
Oh, how do you... Oh, the rosette in your lapel. Mi hermano en adventura.
Mi hermano, que peligroso.
They speak the same language.
Yes, Annie. Your uncle and I are both members of the famous International Adventurers Club, founded in Madrid. And what chapter, where are you from, Herb?
Well, I'm from the frozen tundra, where the rosy-fingered dawn reaches down and touches the ice caps. Home of the rainbow sunset, where you can watch the silently gliding fjord.
Where's it?
What were you saying?
Where?
Oh, yes, we're from remote Iceland, sir. Remote Iceland.
Remote Iceland, is that so? Just what do you do there?
Nothing really to interest a man of the city like you.
Man of the city? Ah, come now, Bert. Are you forgetting? El hermano El Ventura. Huh?
I almost did. I should take notes, you know. I'm not as fast as I used to be. Well, anyway, as long as I might as well bore you with some exciting but true investment adventures at the tip of the world.
Uncle Herbert, we better get going. I'm sure you're bored here.
No.
Hey, really?
Oh, what I meant was, it's just that he just got into town and all he's seen is this building. I'm sure he wants to visit the planetarium.
No, I've seen the planetarium. It's an all-star show.
All-star planetarium, if I ever heard of books. Bert, you're a man after my own heart.
At least. Well, at least let us take you to lunch, Uncle Herbert.
Oh.
No, Bert. Are you famished?
Well, I'm hungry, but I'm never famished as long as I have my sales brochure.
Sales brochure, huh? Mr. Marie, the dawn is breaking. You in some kind of fishy business up there?
I breed tuna.
Yeah, well, come on, Uncle Herbert. We'll have some lunch.
Well, Don, why don't you and Ann run along to lunch, and we two old punsters will have luncheon together in the executive dining room.
Oh, in the executive, yes, that would be nice. That would give me a chance, Jonathan, to fill you in on the marvelous future in Iceland.
Well, gee, Uncle Herbert, there's a place I wanted to take you for lunch. It's my favorite place.
Right. We'd really love to get you away from him. From here, into another building.
Yeah, and that way you could get outside, and then inside to a restaurant. This way you'd just be staying inside.
Well, I can open up a window for Bert. Frankly, Annie, your uncle intrigues me. He wants and you can make your sales pitch while we're having lunch.
Oh, indeed, I will. I'll make my pitch right over the plate.
Where is he?
Daddy!
Where's Herbert?
Well, he's with Donald's boss.
Why didn't he cable he was coming so I could have gone out of town?
He did cable. You were out of town.
Aqua Farm? Of course I've heard of an we did an article on fish farming here just about a year ago, Bert.
I saw it at the dentist's office.
You really think he's doing something shady?
Shady, no. Pitch black, yes.
Let me get this straight, Bert. You take these fish eggs, the roe, that is, and raise the fish right up on through to beautiful, robust maturity.
That's right. With a little bit of love and just a handful of breadcrumbs, we turn a 500% profit.
500?
Furthermore, do you remember Mr. Shapiro, the man who talked to himself and kept the locomotive in his garage?
Vividly.
That was the entire rolling stock of the Shapiro Marie Railroad.
Uncle Herbert?
Uncle Herbert.
Daddy, you're not trying to tell me that Uncle Herbert is an out-and-out crook.
Heaven forbid. No. At the worst, at the very worst. Maybe a con man, but an out-and-out crook? Definitely not. Then again...
And Maud, I want you to get hold of my broker, transfer some stock. I'm buying 1,000 shares of Icelandic tuna fish. Right. Bert, it's going to be a pleasure to be your partner.
Oh, believe me, Johnny, the pleasure is all mine.
Oh, Daddy, for heaven's sakes, will you sit down and relax? They'll be here in a minute. Donald's gonna pick Uncle Herbert up after work.
Your Uncle Herbert may have sold Donald to someone by now.
Oh, Daddy. Uncle Herbert is... Well, he's Uncle Herbert. Nobody can convince me he's bad. Different, maybe, but not bad. Who is it?
It's us, honey.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Lou, how are you?
I'm fine, and I'm happy to see you on one condition.
Well, what is that?
You tell me what you were up to with Hollinger's boss.
Up to? I wasn't up to anything. We just discussed Marie Larschrank.
See, Who's she?
Well, I'm she. Well, I mean, I'm half a she. I'm the Marie half, and the other half is Larstrong. He's my partner, and together we are Icelandic tuna fish.
All right, Herbert, from the beginning.
Well, from the beginning, I went to Iceland. I heard that there was a great deal of money to be made up there in fish. So I started with one poor little fish, Maurice.
Maurice?
Larstrong, I mentioned him earlier. Yes, there he was, going broke with this dinky little fishery.
And you made it pay off.
Yes, I did. I made it, and I'm very proud of that, too. Why, we're now the second or the third largest aqua farm in the world.
Well, it sounds like really big business.
Oh, big, getting bigger.
It sounds terrific and like a really good business investment to me.
It is, and that's why I'm in New York. You know, my company's going to go public.
Oh, when will the offering be?
Oh, in about a week.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess the price of shares will really jump once you're listed on the stock exchange.
Oh, that usually happens. That's very smart of you to know that, Donald. That's usually inside stuff. But if you want to buy some before the public, I'll be glad to sell you some. How about you, Lou?
No, thank you. I'm satisfied investing in my fish, one can at a time.
Well, I've got to go see my broker.
Broker? You already have a broker in New York?
Oh, yes, I have two of them. I have Henderson Vine, very nice fellows. I have to go and instruct them regarding Mr. Adams.
Mr. Adams? What about Mr. Adams? What are you instructing him about, Mr. Adams?
Well, nothing really, just the normal paperwork. I sold old Johnny Adams 1,000 shares of Icelandic tuna. Ciao.
Goodbye, Uncle Herbert.
Same old Herbert, hasn't changed a bit.
Mr. Marie.
What is it, Hollinger?
Well, sir, I've heard from Ann that Uncle Herbert had some small reputation as a schemer, a con man, a trickster.
I never said that. I said Daddy said that.
Mr. Marie, is it your considered opinion that he is a thief?
It is, but after all, it isn't fair to ask my opinion. I'm his brother. I'm being nice.
Well, I'm his niece, and in my considered opinion, he is not a thief. Daddy, isn't there some small chance that he's telling the truth?
Sure, there's a chance, but the odds are the same as my winning the Kentucky Derby, carrying the horse.
Uh-oh.
What uh-oh?
I just remembered my $309.
What, $309?
The price of Uncle Herbert's ticket.
You paid for his ticket?
On the nose.
How could you let him do that? How could you do that?
It was surprisingly easy at the time.
Well, he was all alone and helpless.
So was Benedict Arnold.
Was he in your family, too?
Now, wait a minute, Hollinger.
You're telling me to wait a minute? I'm the victim. I'm the one who gave a man dressed in a cape and a Toulouse-Lautrec hat $309.
It isn't fair to talk about his clothes.
You won't lose anything, Hollinger. I'll make it good.
He'll make it good. Uncle Herbert will make it good, Daddy. I'll bet you anything in the world, Donald.
Better than $309.
Look, there still may be a chance for me to save my job. I'm going to call Mr. Adams, and I'm going to tell him to back off on that deal.
You're going to tell Mr. Adams about Uncle Herbert?
Honey, there's no other choice.
He's right, Ann. Go ahead, call him.
You're not even sure. You know, if you're wrong, Uncle Herbert could sue both of you for libel.
Honey, that's slander.
No, it's libel.
That's what I said, libel.
Hello, Mr. Adams, please. This is Don Hollinger calling.
I wish I had a bullet to bite on.
Mr. Adams, it's Don. Listen, I'd like to talk to you about Mr. Marie.
About Herbert Marie, not Lou Marie.
Yeah, about Herbert Marie, not Lou Marie.
Donald, you're explaining it all wrong.
Honey, I haven't explained anything yet. Look, Mr. Adams, I can't talk to you about this on the phone. I'm coming down to the office. Yeah, right.
Jen. Jen, send him in. Okay. Don. Annie, my dear, come in. How are you?
Yes, I'm just fine, I think.
Good. Sit down. Sit down.
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
You know, Annie, even though I've known your Uncle Herbert only a comparatively short length of time, he's fast becoming one of my favorite people.
Oh, Mr. Adams, I'm so glad to hear you say that. He's been one of my favorite people all my life.
Mr. Adams.
You know, women have a sort of uncanny sense, a certain kind of intuition that allows them to read a person's character just like an open book.
Yes.
Well, that's very true, Mr. Adams, but sometimes women's intuition can be wrong.
Perhaps. Yes, but... Well, I'm going to let you two in on a little secret, and I don't want it to go any further than this room, all right?
No.
Now, heavens knows I've always considered myself rather manly, right? But I must admit that at times I think I do get this teeniest little bit of feminine intuition that allows me to read a person's character, to judge a man. Yes, I do. I really do.
And how did you judge Uncle Herbert, Mr. Adams?
Fundamentally sound. Funny dresser, but fundamentally sound. Yes, that's why I didn't hesitate at all when he offered me an opportunity to buy into his business.
You certainly didn't.
I must confess I did hesitate for a moment. That is, long enough to call my broker and have him confirm my intuition.
And he did?
Yes, indeedy. Your Uncle Herbert is completely 100% on the up and up. Ah, what was it you came to see me about?
Well, we...
You mean to say, Mr. Adams, you doubted my Uncle Herbert?
No, dear, but after all, there were a few dollars involved.
That's just the trouble with the world today. People trust people as long as no money's at stake. But just let $309.80 get involved.
Mr. Adams, we just came up to tell you that we felt that you shouldn't feel that you had to buy stock from Uncle Herbert just because he's Ann's uncle. Come on, honey, let's go.
Don, if you have a couple of nickels to clink together in your pocket, perhaps you'd like Uncle Herbert to invest them for you, huh?
That's a good idea, sir. That's a good idea.
Yes, that is a good idea, Mr. Adams. Donald, just how much were you thinking of investing in Uncle Herbert's project?
So long, Mr. Adams. Thank you.
That's a terrific idea, Donald. How much are you planning on investing?
We'll see you later, Mr. Adams.
I mean, it's one thing not to trust my Uncle Herbert, but not to trust your boss's intuition on a project like this.
We'll see you later. Thanks, Mr. Adams, for seeing us. I'll see you
Holly!
Well, I, for one, am going to invest half of everything I have in my bank account. How much can you get for $18?
Ready?
Ready?
Okay, you can open your eyes now. Oh, here we are.
Present!
Yeah, Donald, you'll find $309.80 and a little interest in there. Lollipop, darling, that's for you.
Oh, Uncle
Yes,
Herbert.
where do you see this? I think you'll like it. Huh? Do you like it?
Oh, Uncle Herbert. Oh, it's fantastic. What kind is it?
I don't know.
Harry Tuna.
It's not. Uncle Herbert, I love it, you angel.
Word in good health. Lou, for you. So you can time your next visit out of town to coincide exactly with my arrival, a golden timepiece.
A wristwatch?
I hope you like it. If you don't like it, we'll take it back, get something else, get your car.
No, Herbie. Oh, I'm really pleased. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Herbie.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Just a pleasure. Well, I've got to run along. I'm going to take John Adams out to dinner
Oh, I
tonight.
thought you'd have dinner with us.
Oh, I'd love to have dinner with you, but I promised him, and oh, excuse me a minute, Lollipop. Lou, I wonder if you could help me out with change for $100.
Change for 100?
Yeah, you see, my brokers only gave me big bills, and I'll need small change for the cab and the maitre d' and all that.
Well, I don't have change for 100. I can give you $30.
Oh, 30? Well, that'll be fine. You give me 30, I'll give you the 100. You'll owe me 70.
Oh, no, Herb. I do not owe. That's what I've always tried to teach you ever since we were kids. Neither a borrower or a lender be. Now, there will be no owing.
You're right, Lou. You're right, and you have been right all along. Oh, I thank you. Marvelous brother.
Oh, Uncle Herbert, you're incorrigible.
I know. That's why I called you out here. You give him the $30 back in the morning, but I don't want to spoil his image of me tonight. But don't worry, sweetheart. He really loves me.
Oh, I know he does. And if he doesn't, I love you enough for both of us. Oh, Uncle Herbert. Goodbye.
Goodbye. If all goodbyes were like that, nobody would ever leave.
Well?
A whole Icelandic dinner. Imagine.
Well, what did you think of it?
Very interesting.
Donald, that is equivocating. Was it good or was it bad?
Bad.
Oh.
The coffee, however, is wonderful.
The coffee, however, is Brazilian.
Maybe you could get an uncle from Brazil.
You know how hard it is to get an uncle? You have to start years and years ago.
You know what, honey? I really miss old Uncle Herbert.
He taught me how to make those wonderful dishes.
You should have taught me how to eat them.
He left a surprise for you, Donald.
Something to take the taste away, I hope.
Very funny. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ta-da! These are for you.
How is he going to get along without his cape?
He's got another one.
Yeah, the one with the wallet in it.
Diamonds, daisies, snowflakes, that girl. Chestnuts, rainbows, springtime. Is that girl? She's mine alone, but luckily for you, if you find a